All right, Jacob, beautiful night tonight in Bismarck, but it was a bit hot earlier today.
Yeah, temperatures not too bad compared to where they have been, though, Emmeline. We saw triple-digit heat last week. I think most of us will take the temperatures we saw today, actually a few degrees below normal in some spots like Minot. Garrison temperatures stayed in the 70s today, low 80s farther to the south and west, but a great sunset capture here from our Skywatch camera in Bismarck not too long ago. Great colors there. Current temperature in Williston at 71 degrees. Sun setting off in the distance there. A mix of sun and clouds and some patches of clear skies, but also some clouds in Minot. Here's a time lapse from Dickinson. I mentioned those splitting supercells earlier. I'll show you that radar loop once again in a second, but watch in the distance here. We have that storm that formed north of Beach, and then watch it split into two parts here, the southern cell, the northern cell, and move apart from each other. You can see the clearing skies in between the two. Those cells moved farther apart, and then I kind of turned the camera here to focus on the southern cell, which was a bit stronger at the time before the skies cleared out in the Queen City, and we had a nice evening. No rain or storms impacted Dickinson this evening with a temperature there at 68 degrees. But here's those splitting supercells. We had the right mover going down to the south there, kind of passed in between Bowman and Dickinson, and the left mover that went all the way up towards Lake Sakakawea before it fully fell apart. And those storms were severe for quite some time over the past 3 hours, but the northern storm over Lake Sakakawea completely dissipated, and the southern storm weakening right over Hettinger right now, but some lightning strikes nearby the town just to the west of Hettinger. Looking for some more development on a very isolated basis, I think, as we go into the evening hours. This level 2 probably covered those severe storms we had over the past couple of hours. Level 1 risk, though, for tomorrow, predominantly in Montana, but also clipping southwestern North Dakota, and then on Monday, another level 1 out of 5 risk for some isolated severe storms in western North Dakota and eastern Montana. So over the next 3 days, we do have more chances of seeing precipitation, of course, on a scattered basis. Not everywhere we'll see rainfall, depending on where these thunderstorms develop. We could see another storm or two develop near the North Dakota-South Dakota border in the overnight hours tonight, but I think most areas will stay dry until around sunrise tomorrow morning, when a complex of storms could come into near the Williston area and then move over towards central North Dakota closer to 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning before dissipating by around lunchtime tomorrow. We'll have a sunny sky for the midday and afternoon hours on your Sunday with 80s for highs. And then into the evening, once again, after sunset, another complex of storms comes into northwest North Dakota, moving down to the southwestern part of the state in the early morning hours of Monday before falling apart and dissipating as we start your workday on Monday. But in the overnight hours tonight, I think most of us stay dry. Temperatures in the upper 50s. For tomorrow, there could be those early morning storms lingering into your morning plans possibly before they dissipate by the midday and afternoon hours. Temperatures very seasonable for tomorrow in those middle 80s, but then we do get hot on Tuesday and Wednesday with temperatures reaching the lower 90s.
All right, quite a bit of what's going on weather-wise for the next couple days.
Yes, so what remain weather aware with some of those isolated severe storms possible.
There you go. Thanks, Jacob.
You're welcome.